Namaskar. Very warm welcome to all our viewers and learners in this live phone-in session of CIET and NCERT. I am Renu Bhatt with you all, and you are watching us live on PM eVidya channels, channel number 6 to 12, and on our NCERT official YouTube channel as well. Dear learner, this is our special session of Sahyog, where we talk about students' mental well-being and we try to provide them psychosocial support as well. And the topic that we are going to discuss today in this specific session is building soft skills. You must be wondering what exactly soft skills are and how you can inculcate them. For more details, we have our expert with us. Let's meet them. You are Dr. Elizabeth Gangme. You are faculty from RIE Bhubaneswara, NCERT. Very warm welcome, ma'am. And we have our practicing counselor with us. You are Miss Ranita Karmakar. Very warm welcome, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone.
And dear learners and viewers, before we begin this special session, let me give you some certain information so that if you have any queries and questions, you can connect to us. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800 440 559. Either you can drop a mail at our email address, that is sahyog.ncert@ciet.nic.in. And in case you have joined us through our live streaming, that means you are on our NCERT official YouTube channel, you have to go to live chat box and drop your comment out there. All these methods are for you only so that you can participate in this live interactive phone-in session. So with Dr. Elizabeth, I would like to begin this session. And ma'am, please tell us more about skills. What exactly skills are and why it is so important, ma'am?
Okay, thank you so much, Renu. First of all, I want to give all my regards and namaste to all the viewers as well as my co-panelists for having us here for this opportunity. Yes, already Renu has mentioned about the topic of today's discussion, that is building soft skill. So let me make it this way to explain about or to understand about what is skill. Let us start like this. So suppose when you are joining a job or when you are entering any college or enrolling in any degrees or any institutions, you enter with a degree or a certificate or already acquire achievements. But how you sustain in that job, how you stay very in a very meaningful and qualitative manner, or how you sustain, how you perform, how you continuously and consistently do well in that job or in that institution or to acquire your degrees, you need a skills. So here skill means the ability to do something well, essentially for any job or any task. So as I have already said that so when you enter a job, as I have said, that you need a degree. I will repeat it so that it will make it more easy for you to understand that when you enter a job, you need a degree. But to sustain and to be a very, very productive member of that job, you need to have a skill. So skill is it is a very complex performance drawn on what we know and what we are capable of. So skill is it is a learned ability. Here in the slide also it is mentioned that skill is not a innate ability. Even though you may be having some endowments, attribute, some capabilities, but your skill and it need to be nurtured. That is why skill is it is a learned ability to act with predetermined results. That is why now we can understand that is why we need a school, we need a college, institution to nurture skill and to train in a skill. So that is why we can also cite an example here once again that so when we say skill, it is a job specific technical skill. For example, doctor medicinal skill, teacher teaching skill, like that. So when we say skill also, we can see that skill is the ability to use one's own knowledge effectively and readily in a execution of or performance. So when we say skill, it is very much related to action or performance or implementations. So I give example that when you are cooking, Okay, when you are swimming, for example, swimming, cooking fast. So when you are cooking, knowledge, then ability, and then skill. So you need to know about what are the ingredients, what are the items that you have to use in your cooking. So knowledge or knowing about the items to be used and how to cook is required. And you need to have ability to prepare or cut the vegetables or maybe the other ingredients that is needed. So then only you will be able to, or also the most important part, that is cooking part. So that cooking part is the skills. So again, to make it more easy for you to understand, that in swimming, for example, you may be reading a lot about swimming in a books, or you may be listening in the in the or maybe in the TV, or in googling about what is swimming, how to swim, how to take the lap, how to move my body, like that. You may have the knowledge to do it, but until and unless you swim it, you will not be able to acquire the skill. So that is why skill is knowledge plus ability, then only you will get the skills. So you have to have the knowledge, yes, of course, but what is most important is the knowledge plus ability plus skill. So nowadays we talk very much about skills, acquiring skill. Even in the educational institution, we say that we have to nurture skill learners, and the children who are going to graduate from the school or colleges have to have a skill. That is why we can relate to some of the important scheme which the government of India also have launched, like for example Skill India, or the National Skill Development Mission, which was launched in 2015. So it is managed under the National Skill Development Corporation. So this one is targeting on empowering India's youth by offering necessary skill and competency and training through different in the different sectors. So also we can see how the government is seriously looking at training the nurturing the skill of the youth, like a country where we have a lot of human resource, like we have a demographic dividends, where we need to have a training and nurturance of skills, and also we can see how important is skill training in the recent the new national education policy. In it mentioned about 21st century skill. There also it emphasized how training, how we are nurturing our learners. We need to emphasize on the acquiring of these skills. So what is that skill and what are the types of that skill? My co-panelist is going to speak about that. But why it is important, I just want to add by saying that by acquiring skill, a person will be holistic development, and it is very very useful, and it is very very important for career growth, and also for dealing with the daily life challenges and problems that we face. Thank you.
Right. And after understanding skill and its importance, now we would like to know more about it. And Ranita ma'am, please let us know what type of skills are there, and what is the difference between hard skills and soft skills, ma'am?
Thank you so much. Uh, First, I would like to say that as Elizabeth ma'am had explained beautifully what a skill is. So, my young viewers, you need to first think that skill is something which you can easily learn. It is not that you are blessed with or not. So, when you are going for a teaching profession, you know that you can learn the teaching skills. So, good news about it is that you can learn it, nurture it, and it is always for your betterment. Definitely, it will help you in your career, as well as it will help you to sail through the life's journey, because every day you encounter several problems in our life. So all these hard skills and soft skills which we are going to talk about now will help you to deal with your everyday life problems. On the screen you can see there are four important things I have written, that why is it important to learn these skills. It will amplify your potentials. It will increase your potentials to a different level, and it will lead to your growth as well as the growth of the nation. So benefit is in both the sides. So definitely we should go ahead with what are the two different types of skills we possess. So the two different types of skills we possess are hard skills and soft skills. Today we are going to focus on soft skills, but before that, let me tell you the difference between. Hard skill is definitely very easy to measure. We can see that a person is able to make a program or not, the person is able to carry out a particular job or not, the person is able to speak a particular language or not. These are all hard skills. But when we come to soft skills, these are certain skills which are very important in our life, but it is difficult to measure, like how you deal with a person, how you're dealing with a problem, how you work in a team. All these are your soft skills. So that both the skills, both hard skills and soft skill together can help us to lead through a journey. In short, we can say that hard skills can be called as the technical skills where we need to learn about it to carry out a defined work, whereas soft skills are called as the interpersonal skills because here we deal with ourselves and with other people around us. So it is more about people skills. So we just cannot say that I have acquired a degree of a software engineer or I have acquired a degree of MBBS so I can become a very good doctor. You have gained the degree, but unless you know how to deal with the patient, unless you know how to deal with a critical situation when there's an emergency case, which are all soft skills, you won't be able to sail through your life journey. So this is the difference between hard skill and soft skill. And these are the 6 soft skills which I have shortlisted for our students because we have the young viewers. These are the 6 soft skills which are important for students. Students for dealing with their everyday school problems, everyday life problems, and of course, which will help them to choose their career and will help in career development also. So the 6 skills are communication, collaboration, problem solving, creativity, and critical thinking. The fourth one, I have clubbed together 2 soft skills, creativity and critical thinking, and the 6th one is emotional intelligence.
Right. So we'll move forward with all these 3 soft skills. And Dr. Elizabeth, please let us know more about communication and how it nurture interpersonal relationship, ma'am. Please explain to us.
Okay, thank you so much. Ranita has already explained about what are the types of hard skill and soft skill. You must have understood it now. What is the difference between these two? So, communication skill is one of the core of the soft skill. So, how you communicate. See, we are a social being, so we need to communicate with each other, and also when you communicate, okay, we are designed to communicate. We have to share. We have to also take the other sharing and listen to others. This is a part of our design. So we are, see, when we go against how our body is designed, then it sometimes leads to, and many times it leads to problems that which we need to take care of by ourselves or with the help of others. So communication skill, we can say that it is to make you understand more what is mean by communication skill. Skill is the ability to convey or share your ideas, your feelings effectively between 2 or more people. When we say communication, we tend to think that it is only about speaking. But here, communication is also, it's a very holistic. And when we say communication skill, it has verbal, non-verbal, written, active listening, visual communication. So when we communicate, we need to take care of all this. So when we say verbal, it is engaging in speaking. How you are speaking to your, other part from point A to point B, let us say, or how you speak to your friend, how you speak to your, colleagues, how you speak with your family members, like that. So when you are engaging in that speaking, it is a verbal. So non-verbal is also very, very important. Sometimes we tend to neglect this non-verbal. And what is that non-verbal? Non-verbal is your, for example, your body language, your gestures, and then how you without saying how you behave, how you show your body languages. So that is also very, very, very important because maximum of our communication is through non-verbal. So we observe other, and a big percentage of our communication is non-verbal. So we have to be very careful about how we gesture, how is our, how we have our body language and all these things. Facial expression, for example. For a teacher, especially, your facial expression, your body language is very, very important because you are a role model. And also written. Written is also part of a communication skill. So we make a report. You make a tweet. Nowadays we have all these platforms where we are, writing a comments in the Facebook or in the Instagram, all these things. So what you write, how you convey that written also, it convey your personality as well. And also you can use it at your advantage, at your benefit, where you can share something positive, where the receiver will be, seeing that what you have written, and they will feel, that good feeling will be conveyed through your written. Also active listening. Many of us, we fail to have that active listening, not only listening but active listening. So it's a very, very therapeutic when you listen to others. You are being listened by others. That means, and we also have to nurture our listening skills. And also the visual communication. Nowadays, in this contemporary time, we use lots of visual communication. The image that you use, whatever picture and all which you use in the Facebook or in the social networking site, all these are visual communication. So all these things we need to be very careful, we need to discern, we need to think of, and we have to communicate it well. So we can also say communication is, understanding how you communicate is the first step to communicating more effectively. How do you communicate? That we have to think, and that we have to introspect. So in the communications, in communication skill, it's a building block for your improving your interpersonal skills. So we use it every day. When you communicate well, when you share your ideas and feeling well, you build your relationship with others. So it's very, very important in creating, managing meaningful relationship, or building trust, conflict resolution, understanding, and building faithfulness. All these things are brought by our effective communication skills. Yes.
Right. And now my next question to Ranita ma'am is, ma'am, what is collaboration skills and teamwork, ma'am? Please let us know.
Thank you. This is the second soft skill which I feel is extremely important for our young viewers and our students, because it is always that our students are involved with some kind of group work, may it be inside the class or for any inter-school events or for sports. Whenever they go, they represent their school as a team. Now, many a times we have seen there are few students who are not able to work with the team because they aren't happy. So when we are working as a team, there are few things which we, everyone, may it be adults or the students, should keep in mind. First of all, you should have the clarity of why you are in a team. If you are in the team to perform a skit, that means here we are going to get characters. So it is not necessary that every time I will get the main character role to play. So that clarity should be there in my mind. Second is commitment. I should be fully dedicated to my team. It shouldn't be that I am part of the team and I want to go back to another team. I want to communicate with other team. I want to leak out information from one team to the other. That will not help me to be happy when I am working with my team. Third is acceptance. When I am working in the team, I have to understand that I will have to accept others' ideas also. It can be that you are asked to give ideas. Your idea is very good, but there is another person who has given a better idea. So I should have that acceptance that others' idea can be accepted. Others' idea can be taken forward. My idea can be scraped off for the betterment of the team. And the last is tolerance. Tolerance here means that I am able to appreciate others, I am able to adjust to the differences among the team members, because when we work as a team, I cannot think of me and myself. It is about we and us. Only then we will be successful. Now, when you're working as a team as a student, and later on when you join a job, there also you will have to work as a team in different departments. So learning collaboration, collaborating with others is a very important soft skill.
Exactly, very well said. Collaboration and teamwork is very much important. And our next question to Dr. Elizabeth to you is, what is problem solving skills and what our assertive approach is, ma'am? Please let us know.
Okay, I will relate to what Ranita has said also, collaborative and team spirit. So when we are going to go for any teamwork, when we are working on a task in a team, also we should have a clarity to ourselves first.
And ma'am,
After
here let
knowing.
me tell you that we have only 5 more minutes left for this session, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So when you are going to work on a task or on a project, also there must be an understanding on how you're going to deal with any problems. So there is a saying that if you don't understand yourself, you will not understand your others. So we have to understand first, what is that the problems that we are encountering, what is that project that we are going to undertake, all these things. So herein comes the importance of the problem solving. So there is a saying which goes like this, that the best way to solve a problem is through the problems. So we have to understand what is that problem, what is the cause of that problems. So here in problem solving, it is a very very higher order thinking abilities. So when we are, when we want to, face when we are facing challenges of life, when we want to get an answer for some, queries or clarities of whatever challenge that we are facing, we need to apply the problem solving skills. So, we all know that in a problem solving skill, it is a systematic approach used to conceptualize a problem situation and identify the needs. So when we are using a problem solving skills, then we have to know what is that problem. So we need to identify the problems. We need to analyze the factors that contribute to the problem situation. What is the strategies that I will, use to meet the needs to solve the problem, and also implement the strategies, and also evaluate again what exactly that have been implemented. So in a nutshell, we can say problem solving is the ability to use all this, knowing the problem, identifying the needs, and what is the causes of the problem. So when we say problems solving skill, it's like a researcher. You have to be a researcher. Why this happened? How this happened? When did it happen? How do I solve it? With whom I solve? So you need to ask such important question to yourself. It's a very very important and indispensable skill that one need to go ahead in life. Thank you.
Right, and as we are running very short of time, but ma'am, Ranita ma'am, in brief, we would like to know more about time management and responsibility, ma'am.
Time management here is related to responsibility, because if I'm responsible, I'll be able to manage my time as a student. So what happens is a student faces a lot of difficulty in carrying out their everyday tasks, because they have to go for sports, they have to study, they have to make projects, they have to go for a birthday party. So there is several things. So what I find is, first of all, prioritize your responsibilities. That I have to finish my project so I can set aside going to a birthday party. That is the first thing. So prioritizing is the first way of how you can manage your time and how you can be more responsible. The next is planning. You have to plan your entire day, your activities, so that you do not crib the last moment. You have to think that when and where we have to submit certain activities, certain reports. So if you start from the very scratch, you'll be able to manage your time well. And if you think at the last moment, where you have no plan, you will think that tomorrow I have to submit a project, definitely you will not be able to manage your time. And you should have the courage to at least know that I have to do this, I don't have to do this. So saying no, if someone is forcing you to go somewhere, you can say no by taking that courage, and remind yourself every time, I thought that I'll be finishing my this activity today, so anyhow I have to finish this. So take that responsibility. So this is how you can manage your time.
Exactly, very well said, ma'am. Indeed, it was a great session and very informative session, but time is not allowing us to move forward. I have to wrap up this session here only, but before that, Dr. Elizabeth and Ranita, ma'am, thank you so very much for being with us and for this informative session, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to all our viewers and learners for being with us. And here I have to take your leave. Me, Renu Bhatt, along with my whole team is taking your leave. Namaskar.